Well, tonight there's disaster in the Dales as Jenny is involved in a dramatic car crash.
How will husband Nick will react when he discovers that his wife's life hangs in the balance?
It's about time.
Surprise!
Hey! Well, not technically, I know, because we're always due back today.
After having the most wonderful time.
Yeah, plans afoot to move in with the kids as soon as Brenda's resistance is up. Not the kids are contagious, so...
Yeah, well, all this is great, but I haven't got time.
Yeah, not now you're a busy B&B owner, eh?
Oh, don't tell me she's got cold feet again.
Oh, no, we've signed.
Oh, that's good news, isn't it?
Yeah, something else to celebrate.
Would be, if Jen hadn't disappeared on me.
Well, Rik Makarem is here. Rik, it's going to be dramatic stuff in the Dales. Do we need to have our tissues handy, do you think?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's explosive, and I can't urge you enough to watch it this evening, because the whole show is very proud about what we're putting out there tonight.
Sure.
And, yeah.
And it's a farewell for you and for her, isn't it, really? I mean, ultimately, it's a farewell for you.
Ultimately, yes.
Not yet.
Without giving too much away. But, yeah, the events that happen tonight, what this does to the show, I mean, it sends it into a bit of a spiral, really.
And you'll be left hanging, presumably, wondering what's happened to Jenny.
Yeah, Nick, he'll get some tragic news in the next episode tomorrow. And seeing how he deals with that is it's incredible. And
we're not giving anything away because it's been chronicled that you are leaving. And how do you feel about that?
I feel really good about it. I made the decision with peace of mind, and you know, I think as actors you do sort of reach a stage where you want to try different things. And I was really happy with the 4 years that I have done, and I think we've extracted a lot from the character. I'm really pleased that the character hasn't stayed in one place over the 4 years. We've seen him develop and grow. He's had lots of different relationships, so it's been a fantastic opportunity.
What would you miss most, do you think, about being part of that sort of Emmerdale family? Because you're close to some of the cast, aren't you? Yeah,
very close. I mean, they're all fantastic, but I've got to say the Sharma family they're pretty cool. Bhaskar Patel is just, he's wild. He's a darling man, so... It's
a great privilege, isn't it? I mean, for any actor to be given such security, you know, for so long, such prominence, such high profile. I mean, you've been lucky. Well, I'm not saying you're not talented, but you've been lucky to get it.
Privilege is probably the right word, because it is such a luxury to go in and you know, apply yourself in a creative way, day in, day out.
Well, we've devised, you are going to go, so we've devised some options about how you might go. Let's just have a look at them. That's the first one. Chimney dropping on your head is the first one. Poisoned by one of Marlon's Yorkshire puddings is the second one. Or you fall into a toffee maker. Which do you fancy?
I quite like the Marlon option, I think. I always knew he was a bit dodgy.
You always knew he was a bit dodgy. And what's next for you?
Well, I'm working alongside a wonderful agent who is at one with my ambitions, and we're looking for those opportunities. And I think it's about the right opportunity next, rather than just jumping straight into something.
You can tell me more about those opportunities in a few minutes, because you're joining me.
Absolutely, it'd be my pleasure.
So I look forward to that.
Great.
We'll get rid of him then.
Yes, should be right now. 20 minutes. Go on, a minute.
Emmerdale's Nikhil Sharma is in for a big shock tonight when his wife Jenny's life is left hanging in the balance after a terrifying car crash.
Somebody please help me.
Ooh, and Rik Makarem, who plays Nikhil Sharma, is here. It says here to reveal all. I'm sure you won't reveal all, but you can, Rik, give us a flavour, can't you? Because it's been well publicised, roughly what we can expect tonight. Absolutely.
It's an explosive hour's worth of drama tonight in Emmerdale. And the sort of dynamics of the stunt and everything is just, it's absolutely incredible. And I can't urge people enough to watch it. You're going to be amazed, I think, by it. It's a sad affair.
You weren't involved in the crash itself, but how emotional, you know, for you as a cast, are scenes like that to film?
Well, we're always, you know, pumped up when we get the opportunity to do something like this. And it means the world to us to show what we can do. And I did a viewing with this on Monday, and I was blown away. And I knew the story. I was immensely proud of everyone. It was brilliant. And that's the creative team and the production team as well. You know, we all work together really hard, so.
And as a character, is Nikhil now very much going to be left hanging in the balance, wondering what's happened to Jenny?
Well, I think it's quite obvious what might happen tonight. You
have revealed all. You have. I got it out of you.
Well, not quite. But yeah, some tragic news reaches him the day after. And going forward, I mean, the turn of events that happen in tonight's episodes, it's really how it affects the next part of the story, in particular for my character, which has been amazing to play.
I suppose as well, you know, it has been widely documented that you're actually leaving Emmerdale after 4 years, and also Sian, who plays Jenny, is coming out of it too. So I suppose there was a fairly large clue in that. But how big a decision has it been for you? You know, you're an actor, this has been steady work. Actors say it's a privilege to work in something like Emmerdale. You know, what sort of process has gone through in deciding to actually leave?
Well, I mean, as actors, you know, I mean, I'm a really ambitious person, and, you know, I want to seek out the opportunities in life. I believe that when you challenge yourself that way, that's how you grow. You know, you can improve yourself on many different levels, not just as an actor. And I was really, you know, pleased with where the character was after 4 years. It's been, as you say, a privilege to be there. And I just felt that it was the right time, and I was really happy with the journey that the character's been on. And you know, the character hasn't stayed in one place. He's developed throughout the show with all the different characters that he's been related to, and I think it makes sense to move on and also give another story an opportunity, and hopefully someone else will have a.
I know you'll miss that whole Emmerdale family. I mean, you're very close to Chris Bisson, aren't you, who plays your brother in Emmerdale?
That's right.
But I know you don't have a brother in real life.
That's
lots
it, yeah.
of sisters. Yeah. What's that relationship like for you?
Well, yeah. It happened almost immediately, actually, when we met, and also with Fiona Wade, who plays Priya. You know, the whole family dynamic, Bhaskar and Trudy as well, we're really tight as a unit. But yeah, I don't have a brother in real life, and Chris and I kind of adopted each other somehow. And, you know, we often talk about the way of the world over a noodle soup and a beer, maybe.
Something that you might not have done with your 3 sisters. What was it like growing up in a very largely sort of female household?
Well, they picked on me.
Did they?
Well, no, you know what? Hey, that's just the experience I was given. I mean,
did they inspire you to go into acting? I think I read somewhere.
Not necessarily into acting, but you know, all my family, they're just really grounded people, and I suppose in one sense they inspire me with life. So, actually, no, I was going to follow my sister's footsteps into the police force. That's what I thought. But yeah, no, somehow I've ended up being an actor.
Yeah, and I know also one of your passions is music.
Yeah.
And last time we saw you in here, you were getting ready to go and play a piece of music that you'd or have a piece of music played that you composed for your sister's wedding.
That's right, yeah.
How did that go, and how nerve-wracking was it for you when she walked up the aisle?
Well, I have to confess, in the end, I didn't play it because I was too nervous about it.
No.
But I composed it, and I got one of the music acts that I'm sort of doing a bit of mentor work with, lovely young singer-songwriter called Ollie Jacobs, a phenomenal pianist, and in fact Elton John would be proud of him if he saw him live. And he played the music that I composed, and it was brilliant. It was really important to me to get that right, you know.
Yeah. And you were in the middle of a big cycling challenge at the time. I think she was worried about whether you'd make the church in time, wasn't she?
Yeah, that was in the morning, the Great Manchester Cycle.
There you are on your bike, look.
Yeah. I was going a bit faster than that, though, on the day. Yeah.
That's a bit of a slow clip,
that was quite slow, yeah. Get some new
of course,
clips.
We've been talking all this week about, you know, Prince George, the new royal baby. What are your thoughts on that? Have you followed some of that?
I think they should have named him Rik. And,
yeah, do you think so?
Yeah, it's a better name, I think.
And put him in a shirt with a really big collar.
Big collar, yeah, big suit, yeah.
In honour of your character.
Yeah.
My favourite bit of preparing for any interview is looking at some sort of interesting facts and figures. And I found some interesting little gems about you. First of all is that you can still do the splits.
When I did it the other day, I was about that far off the ground.
It did say brackets, don't ask him to do it, which I thought was a bit of a shame, really. If you could be any man in the world, you'd be Lewis Hamilton. Yes. Well, just Formula One is everything to me. And your ideal woman would be a combination of... Do you want to talk us through this? Let's have a little look. Jessica Alba, Nicole Scherzinger, Natalie Imbruglia, and who's that at the end? Katie Melua. What do you think?
Have you put them all together, have you?
What do you think?
That wasn't quite what I was expecting.
Is that fair enough? I'm quite disappointed that I wasn't in there, but it's lovely to see
Well,
you. Perhaps I'll be in there next time.
Next time.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.